Hello everyone, I am Wouter van den Heuvel and this is my talk for the speaking course. I will be talking about the game Undertale by Toby Fox and Tammy Chang, which came out last month on September 15th. The game was developed following a highly successful Kickstarter campaign, which managed to raise a grand total of 10 times the original goal of $5,000. The game begins with a story of humans and monsters living together until a war breaks out and the monsters are driven into the underground, where they are sealed away by a magic barrier to keep them trapped in there and let humanity take over the world or live in peace away from the monsters. Depends on your point of view. The game then begins an unspecified number of years later, when the protagonist, the officially called Frisk, but you can give them any name, falls into the underground after climbing a mountain that's been rumored to basically eat people. Yeah, it was kind of an ill-informed decision on their part. Either way, from there on, the story continues, and through whatever means you deem necessary, you try to get back to the overworld. Now, here's where the mechanics of the game come in play, and while the game may not look very impressive visually, it's all rather retro pixel art. What it does do right is the mechanics behind the fights. See, it's a fairly typical RPG for the most part. Think the old, among the lines of the old Final Fantasy games. But first and foremost, you can dodge enemy attacks. Every time an enemy attacks, you get to play a little minigame to see how much damage you take. The more attacks you avoid, the less damage you take, the more green attacks you pick up, which by the way are kind of rare. But every time you pick up a green attack, you heal a few points of health. Anyway, the other mechanic, and this is perhaps the biggest one in the game, is that you don't have to kill a single monster. As is explained in the very first section of the game, you can in fact choose to just go all in like it's an action movie and fight your way through the hordes of monsters, or you can strike up a friendly conversation with the monsters and eventually just convince them to walk off, convince them that you're not worth the bother, too nice to attack, etc. And it's really well integrated too. The ending you get is, amongst a few other things, dependent on do you kill, how much do you kill, and if you don't kill, who do you talk to? Making friends is as valid a way to resolve conflicts as making corpses. Yeah. Another fun thing is that the game treats the mechanism of saving as part of the game itself. For example, if you by accident, which happened to me, kill a certain character, and you decide to basically close out the program, reload your save, and this time do the fight so that you don't end up killing her, she'll comment that you look at her like you've seen a ghost. So yeah, Undertale is a really nice game, and I strongly recommend it to, well, to anyone who likes a good story. That's all for now. Goodbye.